Okay. Witam Skanatani. Good morning. It is a little bit after dawn on Friday, the 26th of January 2024 in the lunar cycle Gatoi, which is the fourth of our 7 winter moons. And Chris and I are out here walking the dogs, Lucy and Taylor. Big Lucy, Taylor, and we're gonna go check out this tumbleweed teepee down here, which I don't think Chris has seen. I found out here with Lucy one day in the bitter cold, and it's kind of windy today. I think just right here we got kind of a wind break. But if we continue to have no wind, we might do a little bit of talking about Imoita peaks. Look at this thing. Yeah, it is. Yes, like, I mean, somebody's down here building stuff with the fallen lumber. I don't think anybody's ever, like, well, not ever necessarily, but I don't think anybody regularly lives in here. Should we go check it out, you guys? Let's go in there, Tay. Should we look? Are you scared? So there's nobody in there. There's nobody in there. It's empty. I'm going to take off my sunglasses, though, because it's dark in there. Oh, can you hold my cup? Let's go check it out. This is a pretty cool hut. Like, the snow is not in here, it's dry. And it looks pretty fucking stable. Like, if I was gonna if I had to escape for a night knowing this place is here, this is a good place. If I took my bivy sack here, I'm good to go. Hey, my doggies. Yeah, this is a nice little shelter. Pretty cool. Hold on, we're coming around. Here's another shelter of some kind, structure that somebody has made. Just a little bit downstream of the last. This one's not nearly as covered, like it's not functional right now unless you like brought tarps and that kind of thing to layer on it. But somebody's definitely been busy with the Deadwood down here. And you know, like one of the things that if you go to the Helen Schuler Nature Center in Lethbridge, there's a permanent exhibit about Blackfoot ecology there. And when that exhibit was being created, like, I was a big part of that, myself and my students from Red Crow College, and I brought in elders. And one of the things that the elders said is that in the river bottom here in Lethbridge, there's so much deadwood, and that's not normal, you know, because we're a part of this ecology. There's not supposed to be a bunch of deadwood. We're supposed to be using that you know, as our heating source, as our firewood. But in fact, it's just stacked out here, and a lot of naturalists advocate for just leaving it there as habitat for animals. And to a certain degree, you want some deadwood for certain species, but not the amount that's here that, you know, leads to, like, here's another structure. Somebody's just busy building structures down here. This is the, right over here is the, this is the tumbleweed teepee that Lucy the husky and I stumbled upon in the minus 30 degrees. I put up on my TikTok, and it has some attention. But yeah, this is kind of a interesting. I've never seen anybody build anything out of tumbleweeds, but this is wickedly tumbleweed as a filler. Come check it out. Isn't that you know, if you're making a survival shelter, I mean, I kind of want to criticize it because it's very hippie. In fact, like, we'll look at on the outside, but it's like there's big signs of hippiness going on here.
Healing.
Yeah, it says healing. There's carved healing on the fucking entry. And then there's this dream catcher hanging off one of the poles. But as far as like makeshift survival shelters go, this is kind of cool.
It is.
You know? And the use of tumbleweeds. And in this particular park, this tumbleweed, I can't remember what this is a Russian plant that spills into this park, but there's areas of this park where there's chokecherry bushes that are just full of these tumbleweeds. And so it makes sense to use these as a filler like this, you know. If you were just like on the warpath, not for day to day. But this is pretty cool. I can't remember who it was suggested this is like the hippies, like shack up tent.
Probably. Remember when we were kayaking that couple?
Yeah. I know. We startled them.
They quickly pack up and leave.
All right, Doggo, should we continue? Let's show them this stuff. Healing. And look up there. Now, if that doesn't say New Age white shamanism, I don't know what does. Let's see. We'll go down here and then cut up and follow the top back. So, while there's not so much wind, maybe we can start talking about Imoita peaks. I wanted to go to the mountains actually to do that, you know?
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Maybe we'll wait. Taylor. We won't get Taylor on film right now. she's
Respect your privacy.
she's doing private stuff. Yeah, it doesn't feel like the right spot really. But we'll see where the day takes us on camera. I still got stuff to do. At some point I gotta shoot across the river and check my traps and stuff. And we got a bit more walking and stuff to do this morning. I don't know what the day's gonna bring, but we'll see. Just exploring this park. I still have yet to find owls for my upcoming owl walk. I might do a night walk tonight. That might end up being the end of this video. You know? Might end up doing a night walk in search of owls. But this is the dawn. It's wicked slippery and muddy. I think I gotta spend some time today at our house because while I might clear the snow for my snowbird client, I'm lazy at my own house and I never cleared the snow, and now there's like an inch thick sheet of ice, and today's kind of warm wind is not helping anything. Everything out here is ice, like way more ice than it was yesterday. And I don't know if you can hear me above this wind, so I'm going to turn off here pretty quick. But yeah, conditions are melty and slick. And where they've melted enough, it's just muddy and slick. So it's either icy and slick or muddy and slick. Either way, it sucks. It's hard walking. Okay, it's now a full 12 hours later, and I'm out here in the dark alone at Spobekimi, listening for owls. I don't know how much you're going to be able to see in the dark with this camera. Probably not a whole lot from what I got on my viewfinder, but I do have a flashlight if I come across anything I want to illuminate. Someone reported last week seeing an owl just on the other side of the river from here in the nature reserve around the Helen Schuler Nature Center. So if that's the case, I'm hoping that there will be an owl couple over there and that I'll be able to hear them serenading in the night at some point to verify their status over there, and then I'll go hunt for them, you know. But if I don't hear singing, it's probably not worth the search. I'm going to be spending as many evenings in a row, I think, as I can outside in the river bottom in Lethbridge, walking and listening for owls, and see if I can find a couple. It's really crazy that I haven't been able to, and none of the real big pro birders in Lethbridge seem to know where there's any, at least river bottom owl nests. I know there's some probably identified on some private properties and stuff, but that's not where I'm going to lead an eco tour. even though it's just a couple of kilometers, this is a pretty big stretch of river that I'm covering just tonight. Bridge Drive to Whoop-Up. I can really hear anything on either side of the river out here, and so far so quiet. I mean, not that they're gonna sing on demand, but if you spend, if I spend maybe 2 nights out here along this stretch and I'm listening for a couple hours duration, just when it gets dark like this, 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, nobody's singing, then there's no owls here, or at least not an owl couple to serenade each other. They should be just about getting ready to nest now, so the couples should already be at their nest location and just perching around during the day, hunting at night and stuff. But they'll definitely have already picked their spot. Usually they return to an old spot if they can, but like I say, all the usual owl couples that I've known of in the river bottom in the past, it doesn't look like they're around this year. So taking a little look along the storm outflow below Ridgewood here. Seeing if anybody's around in this open water area. Doesn't look like the water remains open very far. Still no voices from the owl. We're about at the turnaround point. Yeah. It freezes up here. Lots of tracks down in there, but no more water. Just looking at some of the trees while I got my light on. My lightsaber. Alright, start making our way back the other way again. See if anybody chimes up in the next half hour. Alright, so we heard no owls, and when I got back to the parking lot here, I found that security was looking around my truck. I guess they're getting ready to close the park. I gotta remember this week as I look for owls at night not to park in the actual parks, because the security comes around at night and locks it up. This is them here. They hire Paladin to do that. Yeah. Alright, so we still gotta keep looking. Still no owls. But that's it for the evening and for this video.